The sound of pages turning means it's time for another episode from the Meredith Library Podcast Studio, bringing you the library's latest news, information, and fun.
Good afternoon, Anna.
Good afternoon, Matthew.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to episode number 16 of Check It Out,
The Meredith Public Library Podcast. What are we talking about today?
We are talking about the Granite State Library Card Challenge.
Ooh, okay. So, I know about this. Want me to tell?
Please, go ahead.
In the month of September, the public libraries all across New Hampshire, the Granite State, compete to see which library can get the most library card signups, and the library with the biggest percentage of new cards opened wins.
And people should know that a certain library they are very familiar with might just have won that last year.
Which library would that be?
The Meredith Public Library.
We are the reigning champions. We have to defend our title this year. It's very serious and harder because now we have more library cards, so
Right.
The percentage has to be higher.
Right, exactly. So we are going to need all our listeners to jump in and help us defend this title.
Yeah, have library pride.
Exactly. I like that. Exactly. So they are going to be able to help us by bringing a friend, neighbor, relative to the library to get a new card. And also very important, how about signing up a child's first card?
Yes, it's very exciting to give a child their first library card. It's like the first adulty thing that you ever get to do.
Yes, exactly. And we'll come back to that later at the end of the episode for
Right.
sure. Also, making sure that even if they have a card, it is still active. This past year, we had a lot of people find out they had not been physically in the library in several years, and they found that out because the online systems stopped letting them take books out if they hadn't actually kept their card up to date in the background.
And that's a very understandable thing to have had happen because COVID left everyone in their homes for multiple years. So within the past, year and a half, we've all reacclimated into society. So incorporate the library into the places that you are returning to.
Absolutely. All right, so we want people to come into the library for a special event that we have cooked up.
Yes, and Matthew, this is your child. This is your creation. So please take it away.
All right, so it is the welcome and in parentheses back. So welcome if you've never been here before. Welcome back if you've been and need to come return to visit with us. Welcome back event. So we will be hosting this on Thursday, September 5th from 5 to 7:30 p.m. in an open house format. So that means people can just drop in anytime.
Yeah, and if you are nervous to come back into the library, we're going to have all these booths with all of our different expert librarians here to graciously answer questions and help with setups of different apps and explaining different features and offerings that we have here.
Such as tours. If you have not been in since the beautiful multi-million-dollar renovation, come on down. We are going to have people give you a tour of the building and show you where things are so you don't have to feel that you can't find something you're looking for.
And libraries are more than just our awesome collections of fiction books. We've got so much more to show and offer. Most people don't know about our makerspace, which once people know, they come around and use that makerspace. And again, just a ton of other little fun features that we have. But the event should be really fun. And it's just supposed to be a big, right, Matthew, just welcome party.
Yeah, it's a celebration of coming to the library. So some of the extra fun, special things we will have for that. Everyone who comes, and that's whether you're getting a card, just bringing someone else, or you're just dropping by to see us that night, everyone is welcome to spin the library prize wheel.
Ooh.
That was very popular at our ice cream event last month. You can imagine that people will definitely want to do that. And prizes will be library swag.
Nothing makes you seem cooler than rocking some good library swag. It doesn't give you more cred because I never feel cooler than when I'm out reading not only a book in public, but reading a library book. Oh my gosh. Higher level of superiority. And having library swag, you're like, yeah, I patron my local library so much that I have a bag.
That's right. Absolutely. I think people will love that. What else? Oh, refreshments, as we often serve at our events. So people can look forward to that. And okay, people of a certain age, we will have to say, will probably recognize the character of Arthur Fonzarelli from Happy Days, otherwise known as
The Fonz.
The Fonz. Well, there was a very special episode, as we used to say in the 80s about sitcoms. There was a special episode of Happy Days in the 1970s that included Fonzie getting a library card. We will be showing that episode on loop all night long. So whenever you come in, you can view any part of the episode or the entire thing if you like.
Come dressed like Fonzie if you feel like it. I'd love to see it.
Oh, that would be so cool. With a leather jacket.
Yeah.
And do they ride up on their motorcycles outside?
We just have 100 Fonzies flocking to the library.
Night of 100 Fonzies.
So, yes, this is the first of a massive amount of events that we have going on in September. Our next episode will get into details about the rest of them, but we wanted to have an entire episode dedicated to the fact that we have a competition going on this month, and it is serious.
That's right. And everyone who is a part of our library community can help us retain that beautiful trophy.
So to close out the episode for our question of the day, keeping in turn with the theme of library card sign up, do you have any memories, Matthew, of your first library card?
I do, and I can totally picture myself in the aisle in the children's area, and I was getting Curious George books.
Love Curious George and the man with the yellow hat.
Yeah, I totally can picture that. I can picture standing there like flipping through the pages in that exact spot. Isn't that funny? And I'm not sure, should we give away how many years ago that was?
Well, that's really up to you.
Let's call it 5 decades.
All right, I love it. And for me, I remember that they made me sign my name on the back of my card. And I had I didn't even know like what a signature was. I think I just did a bunch of random loops and I was like, okay, here we go. But it did feel very adult. It felt very official.
Oh, that's so funny. Do you still have that card?
No. Who knows? Who knows where things go?
Library card heaven?
Yes. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's where it is.
Maybe it's just a library card museum. I don't know, something like that.
Well, everything I own will eventually be in a museum.
Well, clearly, as well it should be. All right. Well, Anna, this was a short episode, but a very important one. And we will encourage people to send the link to their friends who need to come to the library and need to check on the status of their cards. We will look forward to seeing everyone on September 5th at 5 o'clock.
Yes. Come out, show out for the Meredith Public Library, support your community, and support us.
All right. Until next time, Anna, we will look forward to seeing you again soon.
All right. Bye, Matthew.
Bye. Sounds like we're at the end of another chapter. Podcast music titled Daytime TV Theme by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. Licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0. Podcast copyright 2024. Meredith Library Podcast Studio.